Hello there, and welcome to the Imperator Invictus Twitter page. Yeah, remember a couple of days ago that I mentioned to you about the Imperator Invictus mod project, which I am somewhat affiliated with? Well, you can go and follow their Twitter account right here at Invictus Mod, and I suggest you do so because there's a bunch of stuff on here that may be of interest. First of all, you will be able to find a link to their Discord server, which I am very active on, and talk to the devs, make some suggestions to the devs, and all of that good stuff. But also, because there are things like this. The first of, hopefully many, developer diaries for the Imperator Invictus mod, which happens to have come out on a Monday. Yes, I am a little bit late to the uptake, because I've been busy today, but we have here the first of, hopefully many, dev diaries for Imperator Invictus, which is quite delightful. So let's get into this and let's have a read at what we may find within. So this was written by Snowlet. He is, of course, the developer of Imperator Rome's Bronze Age Reborn, but he's also the lead dev on the Imperator Invictus project. He seemingly really likes being a mod dev. So, hi all, today we'll be talking about several things. But to begin with, we the team wish to thank you for your gracious support of this project and the enthusiasm we have seen for it. Now for today's dev diary, we'll delve into what three of our team members are currently working on in the mod. To begin with, GMB360 will give you all a bit of an insight onto what he's been working on. So, hi, I'm GMB360. I joined the mod team just a few days after the project was created, and since then I've been hard at work implementing my own mod, Diadochi Flavor Pack, as well as working on some new Diadochi-related features for Invictus. So to begin, I will show you all what has been ported over from the mod. We decided to port over the change to the name for Egypt into Ptolemaic Kingdom, which is both more historical and gives a clear difference between the Egyptian formable and the Greek state. With this, we also changed the colour to black, which fits better with the map. To do this, however, Nabatea received a colour change so the borders would be less confusing. Now, for this, changing the colour of Egypt is a good idea. Just to remind you what it looks like, I've just got the game open right now. Right now, Egypt is this grey colour, and I suppose I probably shouldn't have launched the game with the map that makes this, look like a satellite view. But Egypt having this very grey colour is not incredibly contrasty with the desert around it, like this colour here. It's relatively similar. It's kind of too similar. So it's good that it was changed. However, I do believe they've done it in kind of the wrong order. I feel, personally, that this blue would have suited Egypt very well, and I think Nabatea should have kept the dark grey black colour that it had. Of course, the argument against that is that Egypt or Ptolemaic Kingdom now has black in their flag, and they're more important, therefore they should have the override, but I still feel that even with their flag being black, I would say that the blue just suits them more. I personally would like to see it changed. I don't know if it's going to be. I couldn't say either way. I hope it is. I do hope that this gets swapped over. But that's not up to me, so I'm sure one could use a mod and have it override this change if they just put it in a different order when you load mods in the launcher. But, it's good that it's changed. I'm not a fan of the colours. So, we've added a new decision that is hidden after 1 year. It changes the name for Thrace and Macedon to their Diadochi dynastic names. So, Macedon changes the name to Antipatrid Kingdom, and Thrace to the Lysimachid Kingdom. Similar to the Egypt one, but instead of it being just as base, it is a decision now that the player can take. If there is eventually a multiplayer port, I would imagine that this probably won't be a decision. It'll be just straight up renamed. Otherwise, you may have some people that want it to be changed, some people that don't, and having multiple people have the ability to make a decision to rename a different country seems a little bit iffy. So maybe if there is a multiplayer fork of Invictus, maybe this will be different. But yeah, there is the option to change to all of the Daidokis having their dynastic names, so that's kind of cool. I like it. Because it wouldn't make sense to keep these nation names after their respective dynasties die off, I've reworked a vanilla event where if the Daidoki family no longer rules the nation, the name goes back to their vanilla ones. So if the if the Lagids die off in Egypt, the Ptolemaic kingdom will change its name to Egypt, similar to how the Seleucid Empire, renamed now to the Seleucid Kingdom, renames itself to the Persian Empire, or perhaps Persian Kingdom, I don't know. And I think the Antigonid one changes to Asian Kingdom, so that's a decent change as well, love it. To improve the flavor for the Daidoki further, we've changed the so-called Imperial Ambition decision. As you can see below, as soon as the decision is picked, not only will you have the Empire government form, but your name will also change. For now, this only works for Daidoki, but will be expanded on in the future. So, yeah, you can have Imperial Ambition and change from Ptolemaic Kingdom to Ptolemaic Empire. Very nice. Now, a change no one can complain about, more art. Thanks to our two great artists, Nerdman3000 and Fildes, we have some amazing new art to show off. Now, to be clear, we don't want to show off everything, but as you can see here, we've reworked some portraits and government backgrounds. One way we're doing this is by implementing special backgrounds for certain provinces. An example of one of these special backgrounds will show you the new background for any nation that has their capital in Alexandria. Credit to this art goes to Nerdman3000. So if you have your capital in Alexandria, this will be your portrait, and this will be your government screen, where you can see the Lighthouse of Alexandria, a bit of a Sphinx statue thing going on. Definitely just changing up the kind of standardy looking background that you see for monarchies right now. And again, just to remind you what Egypt would look like, it is this throne room with the red painted wall, lion versus man, which apparently is the same building that the Seleucid queen is sitting in, which is the same as the Thracian king, and also the is Roman Kingdom right now? No, it isn't. Bosporan Kingdom also sitting in the same one. That is no longer going to be the case. Instead, we're going to have unique art for certain places. Not everyone, but certain places will have unique art, and yeah, I really like this. This is kind of freaking awesome. I love it. We'll likely delve more into these special new backgrounds in another dev diary, as there are also plenty more special backgrounds that are being created, and details towards where, when, and how they will appear that are currently being worked on. So we'll leave that for future when we have a bit more to show. Anyway, for the next session, we'll give you over to Ben for Peters, who is working on new heritages. So, Ben Peters, he's a member of the Imperator Invictus mod team. Heritages, as you may not know, are very easy and a small way to add flavor to nations and make each playthrough and nation more unique. To briefly summarize and give a refresh on what they are, they're basically intended to be the historical legacy of a nation, expressed in the form of 2 bonuses and 1 malus. In the case of Imperator Invictus, we'll be adding new heritages to different nations, with the end goal of giving most, if not every nation that doesn't already have one of their own unique heritages, in order to add some more flavor, variety, and differences, albeit minor, to playing through different nations. To begin with, we have an example of different heritages for India, Tibet, and Scandinavia, starting with India. So the Pandians get the Tamil heritage, which does not have a negative. It's just all good stuff here. I don't know if that's finished. Are we going to see a negative? I'm not sure. I would hope that maybe yes. Interesting. 2 positives and no negative when we're just literally talking about how you have it expressed in the form of 2 bonuses and 1 negative. Okay, fair enough. Well, for now, the positives here seem good. I think they probably will need to have a malus applied. So for the Decans, the Decani, we have an integrated culture happiness and army morale recovery, but in penalty, they have commerce income negative 10%, which is actually a really huge malus, in fairness. For Zhangzhung in Tibet, they get lower diplomatic reputation, some decent bonuses though. Sumpa, lower morale of navies, more stuff about attrition though. The Kimbri, which Kimbri are in not Germany. It's in, I think they're in Gaul, perhaps. I'm not sure. But they get some fort defense, but they're weaker at sieges. Their migration cost is cheaper, which I'm not sure about migration cost being cheaper. If you plan on like stopping being a migratory tribe at any point, then you've basically lost one of your bonuses. The Teutonies, which are in Denmark, I believe, get lower morale of armies, which I'm not really a fan of losing morale of armies. It's why I definitely don't recommend anyone play the Byzantine Republic, because they've got negative 10% morale of armies, which is just too painful. And again, they've got a migration cost. I'm not a big fan of this one. Ultimately, this is only a sneak peek, and there are a lot more heritages that will be done by first release. Moving on, we now go to one of the other team members, Nerdman3000. So, this is Nerdman3000. I'm an artist for the Imperator Invictus mod. As you might have seen above in GMB 360's section, I've done some unique character background art for certain provinces. We'll probably delve a bit further into that in a future diary, however, as there's more factors planned for that have yet to be revealed. Instead, for now, I want to talk about another thing that I've been working on for the mod, new deities and deity icons. So let's start with the aforementioned new deities. So far, I've added 11 new Hellenic... words. 11 new Hellenic deities, 5 of them normal Greek Hellenic deities, and 6 are Roman, though most of the new Roman Hellenic deities are Romanized versions of the new Greek Hellenic deities. 15 new Kemetic deities, 9 new Tuistic deities. Plans in the future include adding new Canaanite, Hindu, and Zoroastrian, among others. Further new Hellenic, Kemetic, and Tuistic deities may also be added as well, though that's currently a lower priority compared to the new gods. Yeah, because, let's be honest, Greek really didn't need a boost. There's already a veritable crap ton of Greek deities in the game. So definitely they would be a lower priority, but just adding more just in general is something I'm always going to be in favor of. It's harder to add more to the other religions simply because we don't have as much information about who they worshipped. Greek is like the Greek pantheon and the Roman pantheon. We have a lot of good records about the different deities that were worshipped. For things like the Canaanites, for things like the Chalidics, less so. In the case above, we have an example of Aphrodite Area, a warlike epithet of the goddess Aphrodite, who was historically worshipped in Sparta and the city of Taras and Tarentum. Another area where I'm working on is deity icons. You may in fact notice above that one type of new deity icon, that of Aphrodite Area, who, as an epithet, will have her own unique deity icon, which is this right here. That's not the only type of new deity icon that's being added. Now, non-Hellenic religion pantheons will have their own number deity icons in the 4 categories, so war, economy, culture, and fertility, rather than having the deity icons which look more at home as Hellenic religion deity icons than they do for, say, Kemetic or Tuistic religions. So, basically, beforehand, if you're playing as, well, I can show it now as I'm playing as a Tuistic country. If we have a look at our deities, they don't look particularly Tuistic, let's be fair. That very much looks Greek for this one, and probably for that one as well. This looks, yeah, it doesn't look Tuistic. Let's just put it that way. It doesn't look Tuistic at all. But different changes are being made, and we have, I can't even make that bigger, that's unfortunate, some more general, I would imagine there's going to be some, general icons, but also this one being Kemetic. We've got lots of Egyptian-y, you've got your mummification thing going on here. But yeah, that's also a very nice little bit of flavor there. Just changing it a bit. I would also very much like to see holy site differences as well. Like we have. I mean, let's be fair. This is not exactly what you'd like to see too terribly much. It's like this is the shrine of Amsiviaria, and it's a tree, and this is the same tree, and this is the same tree, and this is the same tree. I would love to see different art for each of these, right? And maybe that is something that we will see. Unfortunately, none of these have holy sites, so we can't see if that's going to be a thing just yet. As you can see above, the 4 deity categories for Kemetic have new deity icons. I've made a total of 2 for each category, giving Kemetic a total of 8 new deity icons. You may also notice I've included an example of 4 of the new Kemetic deities, which are now available. Yeah, we can see Nephthys, we can see Ma'at, Neith, and Wadjet. Which one? This one's pretty. It's pretty. I would say the research points very nice. I don't think Navy maintenance cost is too terribly impactful. Maybe something you'd like. Monthly stab change for Ma'at is really nice as a passive benefit. That's amazing. And then we have population growth. I think that one is, and then food modifier for the active effect. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Quite a decent spread of bonuses. Other deities icons will be added for different culture group types alongside the ones already done for Kemetic. I'm planning but have yet to complete new tribesman type deity icons for Tuistic and Druidic religions. I'm also planning Hindu deity icons. The goal is to eventually give most of the pantheons new deity icons if appropriate. This new art is but one way we plan to add some flavour to various deities and religions in the game, though new art and new deities is not the only way. Is only one way we hope to expand and add new flavour for deities and religions, but I'll leave that for the future dev diary and possible different member of the team to delve into in the future. I do very much like that we've got both the correct and incorrect spelling of flavour, like in the same sentence. I do find that rather funny, but it is what it is. I mean, maybe it was all spelled wrong. We had a correctness pass. We only caught one of them, perhaps. But either way. As for what else I'm doing, well, I can't tell you that. It involves some other team members, and that's yet to be revealed. You'll have to stay tuned for a future dev diary to get a peek at that. Now, finally, we wish to welcome the new members of the team: Hexon, Stefan, Someone, and Discianterej. So yeah, dev diary 1 for the Imperator Invictus mod. I mean, this is just, it's what I've been asking for so long. I love it so much. That is really, really lovely. I've seen some of the other art pieces as well. I'm obviously not going to be spoiling them or telling you where they are or any of that kind of thing, but it makes a big difference, and the other countries or places that get them have all, like, the art that I've seen is amazing. I'm just going to put it that way. The art that I've seen is amazing, and it is a very welcome addition to the mod. So I'm very, very happy with this. And yeah, I'm going to be continuing to follow the progress that this mod is making, and I will keep you guys up to date with a new dev diary video every single week. If you would like to take part, get involved, maybe you are a modder with some neat ideas on how to change things, then you can join their Discord right here. You can follow their Twitter right here, and all of these links will be in the description below. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, hashtag Imperator Invictus. Imperator undefeated. Let's go.